Hey there, I'm Tyler Lunsford, and you're watching a review of Magic Pro Ideas Contactum app. What is up, you people? My name is Tyler Lunsford, and welcome back to another magic trick review here on the channel. Now today we're actually going to be looking at an app, which is really cool. So if you're new here, then definitely consider subscribing to the channel and take a look around the channel at my past reviews. So thank you once again for tuning in, and I don't want to waste any time, so let's go ahead and get right into this review. As always, let's start out by talking about what actually is the Contactum app. Well, Contactum is an app that allows you to basically force a phone number, or really any 10-digit number, on your spectators, but it uses a contact list, so it's going to be a phone number. Now, what you can do here is you can actually say you're going to use your spectator's phone. So let's say you have multiple spectators, you use one spectator's phone and then you access their contact list and you hand it to another spectator to choose from. Or you can say it's your contact list and they can choose from there. They can click on one, they can get the number, and then they can click on another one to show that the number is different if they would like to. Now with this, you can actually reveal the number however you want to. It's just a way to force a phone number in a contacts basically app, which is really cool. And let's go ahead and get into an in-depth review of it right now. Now let's talk about what you'll be receiving if you decide to purchase the Contactum app. Well, you get access to the software that allows you to do this app. It is for Androids and iPhones. Now, depending on which phone you're on, you're gonna basically have a slightly different way of using this, because I don't want to dive too much into the method, but there is something that you can hide on Androids that you can't hide on iPhones, which makes this effect look better on an Android, but it still looks cool on an iPhone. So you just got to make sure you present it well and make sure you know what you're talking about. Now that you know what it is and what you receive, let's talk more in depth about Contactum. So how difficult is it to perform? Well, it's not difficult to perform at all. All you got to do is know the number that you're forcing and just know one other small detail that you have to memorize, and besides that, you're good to go. It's really easy to do. Most of the difficulty probably lies in the presentation and the revelation of this phone number and just figuring out a way on how you want to reveal it in an effective way. How are the angles for Contactum? Well, you can pretty much do this surrounded, except for one part at the beginning where you have to do a little bit of setup, and it's not really initial setup, it's more like setup per performance that you do in real time, on the spectator's phone while you're accessing their contacts list. So that is really the only bit of angliness that you have to worry about, but after you pull up the contact list, then you're pretty much good to go on your angles. Now, I kind of just mentioned setup, but is there an initial setup they have to do? The initial setup is only installing the app and then actually, choosing what number you'd like to force, which is totally customizable. Are there any negatives to performing the Contactum app? Well, one negative is that you can't hide a certain something, on the iPhone that I kind of mentioned earlier, but it just means you have to be more careful with your audience management and making sure that they see what you want them to see and make sure they're focused on the contact list itself and, just choosing a random name. But I don't want to go too much into the method, but that's really the negative, is that when you're using an iPhone, you can't hide a certain something. What are the positives to performing the Contactum app? Well, one positive is that the number that you can choose to force is completely customizable, so you basically reveal it however you like to. Maybe that you have this number and they can call it, and then, I don't know, maybe you reserved a number and whenever they call it, it says they chose the 6 of diamonds, or whatever their card was. That's not something that you can do straight out of this box or straight out of the installation, but I'm just saying that is something you could do if you wanted to purchase a phone number that whenever it was called it said you chose the 6 of diamonds or whatever. So that is just something you could do, but you could basically reveal this phone number however you'd like to. Another positive is that you can actually use the spectator's phone for this to get the contact list, which is pretty cool. But if you're going to use the spectator's phone, then I probably wouldn't use their actual phone for them to choose the contact, because they're going to know that that's not their contact list if they're going through it. So use a spectator's phone, and then if you have a second spectator, let them pick it. If you don't have but just one person watching, I'd use your own phone. What should the Contactum app retail as? Well, it's currently retails as $35 US, and is that a fair price? Honestly, I probably would have liked to see this for closer to $30. Once again, whenever I downgrade the price a little bit, or I just don't want to seem like I'm trying to disrespect the creator and the time that they put into it, but I do think it should be just a little bit cheaper, because in reality, it's just, it's an app that's forcing a phone number, but I don't know if it's $35 worth. I think it's probably like $30 worth of an app. What would I give this out of 10? I'm going to give this a solid 8.9 out of 10. The reason it's not getting higher is because I am docking it a little bit for the price and a little bit because if you're using it on an iPhone, you can't hide a certain something, which is, it kind of might harm the effect just depending on your audience management skills and, how good you are at controlling a crowd. But if you're good at that and you're good with, letting them focus on what you want them to focus on, that might not be an issue for you. But that is why it's getting docked. But it still is a solid effect. Should you pick this up, if you're looking for a way to force a phone number on someone by using a spectator's phone or your own contact list, then yeah, this is a cool way to do it, and I totally recommend that you pick this up if you want to do that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to purchase the Contactum app, the link is in the description below. I'd like to thank the Contactum app creators, so the developers, Magic Pro Ideas. Thank you so much for sending this to me, and thank you, the viewer, for watching this review, because that really is why I do this. I want to put unbiased, good quality Magic reviews out there for people to see effects they never even heard of. Maybe they've seen effects that are hot on the market right now and they want to know more about. So yeah, just thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another review sometime soon. And follow me on Instagram. Shameless plug. So yeah, I'll see you later. See ya.